everybody, it's Spring with Suds and Such, and today I'm making, as you can see, I've got butter in here. So I am making banana nut bread. No soap today. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the ingredients for this, and then I'll show you how I do it. But you're going to need 2 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. And if you don't have a sifter, just use a sieve. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt, and I also sift my baking soda and my salt with my flour. Okay, and you just set that aside in a separate bowl, and then you're going to need a half a cup of butter and 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and I use 2 very, very ripe bananas, and I mash those up. And then you'll also need 1/3 of a cup of milk and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar. I use the lemon juice, but if I don't have it, I'll use the vinegar. Half a cup of chopped nuts. In this one I'm going to be using pecans, but I also have to make one with walnuts. So I've got my flour sifted, and it's got my salt and my baking soda in there already ready to go. I've got my butter in my KitchenAid. So now what we're going to do is we are going to cream our butter, start to get that to cream. And I'm going to gradually add my sugar in there, like so. Okay, I'm going to lift this back up. Take me a spatula and just go around the sides here, just to ensure that I get this incorporated really good. Try not to get it off of my this thing. I can't think of the name of it right now. Okay. I'm going to give that just a little bit more of a spin to get it creamed in there really good. Set my spatula aside for later. I'll need it for my bananas. Okay, I'm going to let that cream there on low. Now, we've got our butter and our sugar mixed well. We've done got our flour and our salt and our baking soda sifted and set aside. So now we need to add our eggs, and we're going to be using 2 eggs, as I told you in the beginning, and I've got 2 here that are fresh eggs, and we're just going to add them in there like so, one at a time. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, we've got that creaming really nicely. And now I'm going to add my bananas, which I've already got mashed. I'm going to go ahead and start adding those. And that's just 2 bananas, like I told you. This makes a really good banana nut bread though. Just trying to get it all out of my bowl. I use every bit of it. I'm going to turn that up and let it mix a little bit. Okay, I'm going to try to get that mixed thoroughly as I possibly can. Well, while that's mixing, I'm going to show you the next step. Okay, I've got my milk, my 1/3 cup of milk in here. Now I'm going to mix, actually put my lemon juice, my 1 teaspoon of lemon juice into that milk. Oops. Getting lemon juice everywhere. Okay, and if you can see, it kind of makes it curdle just a little bit. Now, I want to mix that thoroughly. I'm just going to use a little whisk. I'm just mixing it around like so. So I get it really mixed thoroughly. But yeah, it can curdle the milk just a little bit. Not bad, not majorly, but a little bit. To actually scrape the sides of this right here. Scrape my sides down. Okay, give that just a little bit more of a whirl. I see a few chunks of banana hanging around. That's fine, I don't mind that. And what I'm going to get ready to do is I'm going to get ready to add my flour and my milk. Now I'm going to be doing those by putting a little bit of my flour in and then a little bit of my milk in until I'm done, until I've got it all in there. And I'm going to slow this down. A little bit of milk, or flour, excuse me. Okay. And then a little bit of milk. A little bit more flour. A little bit more milk. See if I can't find an easier way of doing this. More flour. More milk. And that's all of our milk. And what I mean, you see this? See that on the side of the cup? That's what your lemon juice does to your milk. Whenever I said curdle it, that's what I meant. Now I need to get the rest of my flour in there. I'm trying to find an easier way because I'm actually spilling it. I think I'm going to turn it off like I normally do. Put that in there. Okay. Take this, and I'm actually going to go ahead and stir this around the edge too while I'm at it. Just a little bit, like so, just to make sure it gets incorporated. Everything does. I want it incorporated evenly and thoroughly. I love banana nut bread. My husband absolutely adores it. Okay, I think we've got that off there good. I'm going to let that keep doing its thing. And what I'm going to be making these in, now normally you use a loaf pan, and I've got several somewhere, but I can't find them. So my daughter had given me these. They're disposable. You can see she got them back at Christmas and hadn't used them. Well, what you want to do is you want to butter this really good. I mean, lavishly. Just lay it on, you know. And once you got that buttered good, that's, you know, that's where you're going to be putting it in. But I did forget to tell you at the first, before you ever start making your banana nut bread, you want to preheat your oven to 350. Okay, I think we got that pretty good. Now I've got my nuts here. I've got pecans, and you know, I normally, well, I go over the half a cup. You know, you can use the half cup if you want to, but I like it with a lot of nuts, so I always go over. And I'm gonna stir this. Might be easier if I go ahead and take this off. Mind it. Go ahead and put this in a sink to be washed. Okay. And stir in your nuts, and you can get around the edges if you might have lost that little bit of flour right there. Okay. Now, I don't have a whole lot of room in here, so I am going to cut you off for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put this into that pan I showed you, which then I'm going to put it in the oven, and I bake this in, you know, in my preheated 350 oven for 1 hour. I'll set the timer for an hour, but here's how I do. I make sure when I'm nearing that time, I go look. Because, you know, if it gets, starts getting done, and, you know, you can check it, there's a couple ways. You can use a toothpick, and just stick it down in there into the, like the center of your bread, and if you pull it back out, if it comes out clean, nothing on your toothpick, then you're ready. if it comes out with dough on your toothpick, it's not done. Now another way that I like to tell is I just touch the top, and when it's kind of like mashes in and springs back up, you know, comes back up sort of, or springs back when you touch it, something of that sort, then it's ready. But you know, you can just use a toothpick, that works just fine. And let's see, I'm going to do that, and once I get it done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. Okay, here they are. They are cooling as we speak, but if you see, they turned out beautifully, and it made 2. So there you are. That's how I make my banana nut bread. And if you like the video, please do click subscribe, and have a happy baking day.